evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Africa Voices Now, a festival of African plays. This festival is brought to you. It has been made possible through the generous funding and support of our Executive Artistic Director, Danai Gurira, the Almasi Board, the Philadelphia Foundation, and the Public Theatre New York. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for the in-kind support from ZFM, Zimbabwe German Society, National Gallery of Zimbabwe, Alliance Francaise de Harare, the Mutasa Family, National Ballet, M&M Dance Factory, Adult Rep Clinic, Eden Events, Croc Tech Technologies, Good Food Company with Craig Peter, DM Zamchia Foundation, Bridge North Studios, Muzukuru Streaming, the Pyramid Restaurant, and our host, the Jasen Mphepho Little Theatre. A very special thank you to our incredible US visiting artists, Oscar Eustace, Lynn Notage, Emily Mann, Peter Francis James, Miranda Mikolajczyk, and Beth Maguire, who generously volunteered their time and expertise to train and mentor our local artists in preparation for this festival. I think all of these individuals and organizations do deserve our heartfelt gratitude and applause. Don't you think? My name is Zaza Muchemwa. I'm the Associate Artistic Director of Almasi Collaborative Arts, which is the organization that is bringing you this festival. The festival has 3 plays that are being presented by Almasi, and these are Can We Talk by Batsirai Chigama, The Return by Rudom Tangadura, which you're going to be watching tonight, and These Humans Are Sick by Tatenda Muchikambizi. It's been a really incredible 2 weeks here at the theater, and we're still going strong. We're finishing on the 7th of November, so please do spread the word, invite more friends. Any other people who say there's no theatre in Zimbabwe is there and it's alive. It's very showcased by the work that we're presenting here in this festival. So please, we need more bodies, we need more people, we need more support for local Zimbabwean theatre. So please do encourage people to come and enjoy the plays. A few housekeeping things before we proceed. Please, may you move down to your left side so that you leave any free seats to the right for the latecomers so that they don't disturb us when they come in. And also, whilst you're doing that, may you please put your phones on silent or airplane mode or switch them off so as to not disturb your audience members. I have, my phone is always silent throughout the day, but whenever I'm in a show, it starts ringing, so I know what I'm talking about. All right, and then if you decide that you want to have a bio break, when you exit this room, to your left, that's the gents, and then to your right, that's the ladies. Our ushers outside will also really direct you specifically to what those are. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy The Return by Rudom Tangadura, directed by Chelsea Maumbe.
They call it the city that never sleeps. But it's 3 minutes past 8 on a Friday night, and it's so dark. It should be renamed the city that's barely awake. Don't get me wrong. As much as I enjoy living in the UK, I've really missed my family. It's been so long, years since I've been home. And when I look around, I can tell that some things have really improved. Never in a million years did I think they would build new roads and interchange. Troublize, whatever it's called. I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it? It almost seems as if the city is trying to claw its way out of the 1970s. It's really not a bad thing, in spite of what the media says. The problem, I think, is staying here too long. When you come to Zimbabwe, you should probably aim to stay about 10 days. That's enough time. But I've been here for a whole month, and I think that's what's pushed me to the limit. For one thing, the electricity at my sister's house has been gone since Sunday. And even when there's power, it hardly makes a difference. It's only there for 6 hours. It goes at 4 in the morning and comes back at 10 o'clock at night. Apparently, this is not a power cut. It's a fault. But what is the difference? It all just works out to me not being able to charge my phone or drink a mug of hot black coffee for 3 damn days. I could kill for some coffee. Yesterday, I got to the stage of just wanting to book into a hotel or an Airbnb again. Well, for these last 2 nights at least. So I could rest before going back to the grind and soak in an actual bathtub and forget about all this darkness. But you know people from home. I know that some of them will be saying, hey, Jackie. Yeah, she takes after Grace. What do you expect? There'll even be more stories about what Jackie did after I'm gone. There's no need to add to the family drama. That's why I decided, well, for this last week at least. Besides, this is my last night in Zim. And if I wasn't staying with Mary Ann, how else would I say what I have to say to her and do what I have no choice but to do? What's this for?
In case you want to take a bath.
I'll bath when the power is back.
No, you won't.
How do you know that?
For the past 3 days, you've been jumping like a rabbit into my sheets. Honestly, sheets aren't easy to get clean. There is warm water on the bright end next to the veranda.
For God's sake, a bath is meant to be relaxing.
At least wash your corners. Africa is hot. People sweat.
Well, I'm not that hot and I don't sweat. Besides, my hamstrings are too tight to squat in front of a bucket.
This is Jackie. Don't you think sometimes you know Shinyan?
Here we go again.
You live in the UK, we get it. You eat cheese and drink coffee. Eat bitter. It's not croissant, it's croissant. Shina that you do so. And this time, the in it that you do not take grace and amasangani.
What you call Shina is honestly me just being me. What do you expect me to do under these conditions? I mean, take this light switch, for instance. When it's up, the switch is off, and the room is supposed to be dark. When it's down, the switch is on, and the room is supposed to be light. See? It doesn't matter if the light is on or off. Darkness, all the damn time.
El Nino.
What's that?
Electricity comes from Caribbean. You know this. When there's no rain, there's no water, therefore no electricity. That's how it works here.
That's your media telling you lies, Mary. Excuses for incompetence. Worst drought this century? There have been worse droughts, and we had power. There was a time when we ate yellow sada as kids. I was in Form 4. I know you were young, but don't you remember?
That was last century. This century is only 25 years old. That drought was in the 1900s.
1992.
Was not last century. You don't know everything.
Are you now being sympathetic to the government because of the refinery? Just last week, I saw on
I am not
that
interested in politics. I don't care what the people are saying on Twitter. I just want to live my little life. That's all I want. Honestly. You haven't been here for 10 years. 10 years. And now you want to act like you're an expert on everything.
Don't be so dramatic, Mary. I'm sure it's not 10 years. I'm sure it's only 9.5. Besides, there was COVID the last couple of years. No one was able to travel.
COVID lasted only 2.5 years. And there's been no COVID since 2022.
Well, I live more than 4,000 kilometers away. It's not like I can just get up and come here whenever I want to. There's no combi route between Birmingham and Harare. You might not know this, but plane tickets are very expensive.
So it's taken you 10 years to save for one plane ticket?
Not 10, 9.5. Besides, there's a cost of living crisis in the UK.
What's the cost of living crisis?
Inflation.
So if there is a cost of living crisis, what's changed now? Where did this money suddenly come from to buy this very expensive ticket? In fact, why are you even here now?
Why am I here?
Yes.
What an odd way to speak to your older sister. Haven't you missed me? I've missed you.
Missed me? It just feels like you've been avoiding me, avoiding Mama since you came.
I haven't been avoiding you.
You have. You just showed up from nowhere without even saying you are coming. You avoid coming to my house for weeks. And when you do eventually come, you do nothing but complain. When you are not complaining, you are staring at your phone. So I am confused. Why are you here in my house?
Don't be like that, Mary. So much has happened in my life, in Mom, in yours. I've wanted to come for so long. I wanted to do something nice for you. I wanted to surprise you.
Surprise me. I heard from other people that you flew all the way from the UK to Mphepho.
I had business with an old friend.
Old friend or some man? It just sounds like one of those holidays that you used to love so much from South Africa.
Look, Mary, I work with other people's mothers and grandmothers every day. I know how hard getting older is. And I worry about my own mother. Has she eaten? Does she have the right medication? And I missed you. Miss her. Phone calls, even video calls just aren't the same.
You missed her so much that when you came to Harare, you stayed at Tete Grace's house.
I had business that they were helping me with.
What business?
Real estate. You know Uncle Lovemore is a lawyer.
What real estate? Are you finally buying that house?
Not quite. And what's wrong with staying at Tete Grace's? She's family.
Yes, but she's not your mother. Her house is not your mother's house. Ever since you got here, you haven't even slept one night at Mama's house. You don't even know what the house looks like.
How was I supposed to get there? In Tete Grace's Mercedes-Benz. Look, it's so low profile. And the roads to that neighborhood in there, they're not made for German engineering. enjoyed it. We spent so much time together, talked. That's what's important.
When we came to see you at Tete Grace's house, you, Uncle Love Mo, and Tete Grace ignored us.
But we were all sitting together, one in the TV lounge, talking, drinking tea, and eating biscuits.
We couldn't even join in that conversation. There were things I wanted to talk about. Family issues I wanted to discuss. But you put them first because they have money. Probably Uncle Love knew that you were coming. When you were coming, and Mama and I didn't know anything.
You're also crying out loud. Mama this, Mama that. You are not Mama's defense attorney. You don't speak for her. Mama knew about big folks, that I was coming, and when exactly I was coming. She knew.
Mama knew. Why would she keep it a secret from me if she knew? But then again, it's always the same story whenever Jackie comes home. Jackie is like a whirlwind, a wild force. Shampupuri. Jacqueline no simza dust. Nema complicated emotions and painful memories. When she's not around, she exits every family WhatsApp group. And when she's here, she avoids meeting us as a family so that she can deal with us one by one. But not this time. You know, the worst part about Jackie's homecoming is you never know when she's arriving. In the past, we would know that she was coming. But when exactly she was arriving was always kept a secret. She always wanted Tete Grace and Uncle Lafbo to fetch her from the airport in their red Mercedes-Benz. And when I would call her to ask when she was coming home, it was always the same story.
When am I coming home? I am home.
I mean, when are you leaving Mount Pleasant?
Tete Grace and Uncle Lovemore have just picked me up from the airport, Mary. I can't just get up and leave after only one night. Besides, it was such a long flight and I need to rest before seeing people and sharing a bed. Tell Mama I'll be home at the weekend.
But Auntie Mama, don't open your beds in front of everyone. These relatives shouldn't see what you brought home. Mama would bang the pots and shout until she came. She would say, I lost 2 of my pregnancies before I had Japan. Not to mention the babies before marrying. For us to still be married against your Tete Grace's wishes, it's just because Baba Vako vakazvipira kugara neni mukadzi wavaiti muroyi akamudyisa. Was it not your Tete Grace who told your grandmother to tell your father to send me away? Why? Because I had failed to give them a boy. Can it be true that today Jakwe is really sleeping kumbakwa Grace? Is she drinking tea? Eating my biscuits with the same woman who cursed her at birth for not being born a boy. But as soon as Jackie came home, Mama would change her tune. And if anyone tried to confront Jackie about her behavior, Mama would say, "Hey, of a grown woman, 14 years older than me. Can you..." Sister Jackie, what are you doing?
My battery's at 20%. I need at least another 30% to get it to 50.
Oh, you can't use this light.
But there's a port right there for charging phones. Look!
I know. This light is old. Your iPhone will suck up all the light from the brightness. It will be left in total darkness.
But I need to stay connected.
Connected? Connected to what? To whom, Kazimkuru? Ever since you got here, you've been stuck on that phone like a little teenager in love. 30% is more than enough, but...
For crying out loud, I can't charge my phone. I can't watch Netflix. I can't drink coffee. I can't eat supper. This place is beginning to feel like Alcatraz.
The shop.
No. The prison.
Seriously? Never know, Fuji. Why are you this person? Huh? If the landlady sees you drinking that alcohol, what will she think?
There's a power cut. She won't see me. There is the power cut, in case you hadn't noticed.
If you get me evicted,
Happy?
my flask! How will I get rid of the alcohol? Huh? I used it at church.
If I can't have my coffee in the morning, I can at least have my alcohol at night.
Kana chiri chirunga, ngatigare koko ku UK.
It wasn't always like this. I mean, we weren't close before. But when she was born, I'm the one who changed her nappies. I carried her on my back while I did my chores. And when I started working, it was me who bought her those big orange sweets. You know the ones? They were white in the middle and hard as a rock. But instead of saying thank you, Mary Ann would always try to get Mama's attention by getting me into trouble. She would wait for Mama to come home from work. And as soon as she stepped through the door, she would be like, "Sis, Jackie was talking to the boys at the shops and they bought me sweets so I wouldn't tell."
By the door behind you. As for UK, hakuna mama frogs. Don't kill it. Do you want me to get rid of it or what?
Get rid of it, but don't kill it. Mama.
The drama. Yo. You can put your feet down. There are no frogs in the house.
I thought you were going to say you don't allow feet on your sofas.
You are right. I don't.
But my feet are actually clean. Look.
So are you now an animal rights activist? Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Justice for frogs! Are you really scared of frogs? You have it? Huh? Were you not the one who used to slaughter the birds for Mama's chicken business? I remember when we were Kumusha, you were the one who used to kill the chickens for Christmas lunch.
How I hated that chicken business. I would kill so many birds. And I'd be lucky to even get a spoon of insides for supper.
And I always got the chicken livers. Mama always gave me the chicken livers. They were always for the baby.
And when we were Kumusha, I would get a whole chicken piece. and thigh. And even a win from Tobias's wife. The first one. What was her name?
Vajayi so. Vekumashinga. Chera. That is my bitches.
That woman was a piece of work. Do you remember when Daddy used to bring those cassettes with the ting-ting music from town over the holidays so that everyone would listen to? There was this song that we loved. Do you remember?
No.
Let me find it. The internet is so slow. My battery. But, here goes. Don't you remember the song? Don't you remember?
No, it's like that.
And just as we were starting to enjoy ourselves, she would say, radio yangu andakatengerwa nebrother yangu kujohannesburg. Stereo yekujohannesburg yaneta yodimai. Do you remember? Solona Mutai, they were the it couple in Pandawana. But they broke up.
How do you know so much about Sungura?
I sometimes listen to Sungura Wednesday by DJ Skywalker when I miss home.
Imika, but how does the radio get sad?
And in my liar, Vandalani Hasha, Yotsinye. Was that radio even from her brother?
The way Beatrice was so light-skinned. She was lucky those days there were no DNA tests.
DNA tests.
Mama says Utinyo Wacho was because she came from a karate marriage. When she came in, she was Mother Teresa. And then when she went out, Uncle Muhammad Ali.
But Muhammad Ali really knew how to cook a chicken. She would stew that chicken until the meat was literally falling from the bones. Those were the days.
I thought she didn't like it. You used to complain about everything. The chicken bath, fetching water, and sleeping on the floor. And what you called the toilet situation. But I thought you hated it.
I did. But Dad was there. Have you ever gone back?
Last year, but one. I had this idea, that things would be exactly the same. Like when we were kids. That while I was away, things would remain exactly the same. But most of the people that we knew, avasiko kumusha, vamwe vakaenda Harare, vamwe vakaenda Joni, vamwe vakafa. Do you know that forest of Ngogoma trees was cut down? The river was dry and many of the homesteads were left abandoned. Do you remember how Dede and Mama, how they wanted to retire to Musha and how Mama wanted to raise goats and meet my Jases too, but she shan't have goat hair.
No hair. I suppose it was never meant to be. Have you been back there? I mean, do you know, is she still there in that little house?
Yeah, she has a life there.
Is she okay all alone? With a bad leg?
She has a lodger.
But her lodger goes to work. And it's really not her responsibility to look after Mama. I mean, if there was someone who we could get from the rural areas to look after her, that would solve the problem. But there's no one. And Beatrice and her mother moved to South Africa. And you said yourself that most of the homesteads are abandoned.
Yeah. Perhaps we could get a helper.
A helper is not a relative, and she'd need to get paid every month. Like I said before, there's a cost of living crisis in the UK, and your own situation is not stable since your husband's passing. That's a huge financial responsibility.
I would go and stay there, but there are no schools in that area yet.
And you don't have a car.
Yeah.
When is Jaden back from your mother-in-law?
Next week.
And when does he start school?
January next year.
So it doesn't make any sense for you to go there with your family. And Mama obviously can't come and stay here. You don't have an extra bedroom. There's simply not enough space.
Yeah.
I think that perhaps the best solution would be for Mama to come and stay with me.
With you where?
In the UK.
Do you just dream up crazy stuff? Just to annoy me? Just to start a fight? Don't be unreasonable.
Hear me out, Mary Ann. Mama has health problems, and it's getting more and more expensive to deal with them.
What health problems? She's perfectly fine.
What about her leg?
It's just a sore. It's now okay.
The leg looks like it hurts. How do you know it's just a sore? Can you even trust these Zimbabwean doctors?
Zimbabwean doctors? What's that supposed to mean?
What if there's an underlying condition causing this lingering issue with her leg? If Mama comes to the UK, she can get a thorough checkup.
There is no lingering issue. You can't just disrupt Mama's life because of a little bruise on Mama's leg.
A little bruise? What if it's a broken ligament or something? How would you deal with it? You have to admit, the health situation in Zimbabwe is inadequate. There's only private health care, and that's expensive. But in the UK, Mama can access care through the NHS. There is no equivalent here.
But she's on public service medical aid.
But what hospital? What hospitals? There's no hospital here that can look after her.
She is on public service medical aid. And a medical aid covers the blood pressure medication.
No. There is no hospital. Oh, you're thinking Parirenatwa Hospital. If Mama had needed surgery after her fall, you wouldn't have taken her there. You would have expected me to pay for a private hospital in cash, a surgeon in cash, and medication in cash. That's US dollar cash. You know your mother doesn't have reasonable medical aid.
She's on public service medical aid.
But that's government. That medical cover can hardly cover anything.
It covers their blood pressure medication.
That's a whole $4 saving.
You know, you could put Mama on a better medical aid if you wanted to. Oh, I forgot. You can't. There's a cost of living crisis in the UK.
Oh, you're damn right there is. And why would I pay $150 a month? That's nearly $2,000 a year when the NHS is virtually free. Look, Marianne, I'm trying to help you here. You know you don't have the means to take care of Mama, especially in this economy. It's too much for you.
How can you say I can't look after my own mother? Who has been looking after her all this while? I have been the one on the ground, going to Mama doctor, buying medication, going for x-rays. making sure she has a warm meal and water when she couldn't do any of those things herself. If it wasn't for jobless me, you see, this is what I meant. This is the force that is Jaku. Mepo Uru inopamura makomo.
Naini, is she even serious? She thinks she is the one taking care of Mama. Taking care of her with whose money? She is now a VIP at Western Union because of me.
These people from their diaspora want you to think that those of us who live in Zimbabwe, that what we eat, what we wear is because of them. Oh.
Is it a lie though? Ask her where she works.
Well, it's true. There are no jobs. Formal jobs at least. But Mama, the kids and I, we are well dressed. Fashion here is only ball. Skin here is glow foot. My nana, to glow and a camphor cream.
She's talking about camphor cream and grapes.
Even without a job, I can afford to look after my own mother. Blueberries are sold on the pavement for 50 cents a cup. And yes, I have 50 cents.
When my mother fell ill, she put her onto Mshika Shika. Can you imagine? The driver's hand was touching my mother's leg while he was changing gears. The whole thing gives me sleepless nights just thinking about it.
Mama is staying with me.
Mama is with me.
She's staying with me. Not everyone is obsessed about going overseas like you. Some of us actually enjoying staying here.
Well, everyone needs a little exposure. A little exposure wouldn't hurt. You know, Polokwane can't be the most developed place you've ever been to.
Mama is 71 years old. What exposure does she need? Besides, who told you that she even wants to go to UK?
Really? Is that the best argument you can come up with? Have you forgotten what she said to me before I left? I was on the phone with Tete Grace.
Hold on for what?
Let me call you back, Tete.
That is your problem, Anang. Unoda zvinhu zvinopenya, zvinodhura, nevanhu vanonzwa naningi. I have been praying, going for prayer mountains. For you to go overseas, it's because I fought a battle on these knees. Now you call your tete to tell her that you are going, when you are going, and which aeroplane you are getting. Sure. You are your own monitoring spirit, Jabu.
Honestly, Mama, what do you think Tete will do? Bewitch me?
Not be spyware. They will tell you better at the airport. Then you know what I'm talking about. Your Tete wants to be the only one who is successful in the family. So that she can... Please, Jabu. We sacrificed a lot. We sold
The
this.
stand in Westgate. I know, Mama. You keep reminding me.
If it wasn't for your father, Jackie.
You would have gone yourself to the UK. I know, Mama. I know. Like, when am I running?
After only 1 year.
She has 2 houses already. Mama, I'll get you a house better than both of my Ronnie's houses put together.
Oh, my Ronnie. I don't want to investigate things. I told your father I want a house bigger than his sister Grace's house.
to get onto an aeroplane.
If that's what she wanted, then why didn't she go? Most of her friends, like Anna Mary, when he went one.
Who would she have left you with?
With you.
You were so young. You were only 10 years old. Who would she have left you with?
You were 24. But she chose not to leave me with you. She chose me over the UK, over getting on an aeroplane and earning pounds. Mama chose me.
That's not true. The truth is, she didn't want to leave her husband.
But when one left her children and husband, Mama could have made the same choice, but she didn't. Besides, it's been more than 20 years. What makes you think she still wants to travel?
Well, she does.
You are lying. She has never told me anything about wanting to travel.
Well, she didn't tell you that I was coming, so checkmate.
Checkmate. You think our lives are a game of sorrow?
Chess.
Sister, who do you think will stay with the kids while I have gone to Polokwane to order my stock, the most developed place I know? You know, Mama comes and stays here while I'm away.
Now the truth finally comes out. You are only interested in babysitting services. If you need a babysitter, call your mother-in-law.
No, that's inappropriate.
Asking to Mama is appropriate. Honestly, you respect your in-laws more than you respect your mother.
I respect my mother-in-law and I love my mother. And Mama understands that. She loves my kids. She has a bond with Jaden. Jaden is the only grandson she will ever have. Do you think, Sis Jackie, if I tell her how much Jaden misses her and how much he hasn't been welcome Musha, you think she will tolerate such nonsense? Yekuti Jaden anakwenda. Yekuti wakwenda ku UK. Trust me, Sis Jackie. Mama loves Jaden. In fact, where is my phone? Oh, and Sis Jackie. Checkmate.
My Jaden, please try and understand. Mama's house, Kuma new stands. It's barely in Harare, and that house is.
That house is what? Sometimes that house is what? Mama told you when you left that you have of a whole house. You haven't bought it. Why? Sister, Mama is finally settled. Even though Kumasango, Kumapiripit.
I never said Kumapiriti. I don't even know what that means.
You want to rescue someone from their own house? Huh? You want to play Superman and rescue people? You are 20 years too late. If there's nothing else, I need to go and rest. Mama.
But going to sleep. But so early. The power's not back. And I haven't finished packing.
I need to read my Bible and pray.
No, you can't take that light. I need it for my packing.
You can do it in the morning.
Mary Ann!
What?
There's something we need to talk about. Well, so that you know, the thing is, Mama, and I got Mama a passport.
You did what? When did you get Mama a passport?
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, why didn't you mention it? You and Mama, both of you. Why didn't you pick up the phone and say, Marianne, we were thinking of getting Mama a passport? What's so hard?
This is why I didn't want to bring it up. I knew you'd make a big thing out of it.
Jackie, you have problems probably told Mama this nonsense about going to the UK, haven't you?
See, you are already jumping to conclusions.
But how did you convince her to get up in the morning, but change my passport with a bad leg?
It's just a stupid passport, okay? In case Mama needs it, I can get my mother a passport if I want to. To be honest, it's really no big deal.
Just a stupid passport. It's not a big deal. Everyone should get a passport. Remember 2008? We were standing in the queue. We couldn't find bread. And I was there with strange men standing behind me as if they were almost climbing into my spinal cord. And after almost 4 hours, with my neck sweating from people's breath, I couldn't even find bread. That was when I needed a passport. So I called you.
Look, I know you really want to do this, but what will you do in South Africa?
I'll get a job.
You have no qualifications, no experience, no permit. You are only 18. Where will you stay?
With my Beatrice.
And her brother from Johannesburg. Don't be ridiculous, Mary. You are not related to Kung Fu Panda or her radio buying brother.
I raised $11 from the Maputi business. I just need $40.
Just 40. There is nothing just about $40, Marianne. Look, when things are a bit better, we will talk about your college options, and I will see what I can do.
She saw, but did nothing. I was desperate to go to South Africa, not to Canada, not to UK.
I said I will let you know when things are a bit better.
That experience taught me a lot about Jumbe. She's like a mulberry tree, muabros. It only gives fruit once a year, if you are lucky. And don't get too excited. The fruit it gives can be messy. That passport experience taught me to draw a line. And I spent poo. I never asked Jackie for anything.
When I was in primary school, we used to go Kumusha to see Gogo. She had a cow called Jersey and a donkey called Nevermind. During planting season, the two animals used to be yoked together to pull a plow. One year, Jersey, the cow, died, and Nevermind had to pull the entire weight of that plow alone, occasionally being beaten if she stepped out of line. I am Nevermind. I am the donkey pulling all the weight for my family so that other people can eat. This 2008 that Marianne speaks about, that's the year I stopped getting help with the plow. But it's also the year that this donkey stepped out of line, and no amount of whipping could bring me back. Even a donkey deserves a rest. Ian, that was his name. The man who pulled me out of my family's field and made me stop plowing so that I could feed him instead.
She said they were at school together in 1994.
Guys, he was captain of first team rugby.
In 1994.
Guys, he played for Mashonaland A.
1994. Mama's there, boys there, we've got a school match this weekend. When they left that school 20 years ago. You're Hebrew. Ian was one of those.
Guys, she does not understand. Ian, angarurme akanaka, manzwa. He smelled expensive, and he wore nice shoes. In those days, Ian loved Stanton, and I loved Ian.
We saw the pictures on Facebook of the croissants. Sorry, croissants.
I've been on dates before, had a boyfriend or two. Okay, maybe 3. Okay, 4. But who's counting? But Ian was different. This was a lazy days and sweet nights kind of love. A sipping full-bodied wine kind of love.
A Jumbe kind of love. That's where they would be. But coming home was too expensive. Honestly, Ian should never have been more than just a boyfriend. But Jackie is veering like a flat tire. Akapuwa pressure. And she agreed to marry that man.
Ever since I came to England, everything I had done was for other people. This relationship was 100% about me.
She paid for it all. The coffee, the croissants, the bride price, even Mphepho, my. And this never. I remember when the sons-in-law came, they said, "We have been sent by Sale, Shayamombe, Nemahuru. Shayamombe wants Sadza. He wants Sadza cooked by your daughter, your beautiful flower, Jackie. Hey, Sadza. Sadza cooked by who? By my sister, Jackie. I want to see a man who has eaten sadza cooked by Jackie. Even her best friend was against the whole thing, Tete Grace. She said, "Vazukuru vakaguvava, vachamuonesa nhamo." And she was right. I don't know how much you wasted on those holidays.
It was my money to waste, not yours.
Paying people to sleep in their sheets. That money in 2008 could have bought a house.
She could have also gone to the UK. She could have bought that house in the suburbs herself. Go on. Ask her why she didn't.
Godric. His name is Godric. Not Ricky, not Godfrey. Godric.
What are you talking about, Marianne?
It's really surprising if you want to look at it that way. But it's all thanks to you. All thanks to that black skirt with the gold zip that you gifted me for Christmas. That skirt is everything.
You spent the money that I sent to you on what?
On a miracle.
That money was for your visa.
Sis Jackie, I am 27 years old.
So what?
I don't want to do home-based care.
Domiciliary care.
Whatever it's called. I don't want to do it. I want to marry Godric.
Look, Mary, you are still young. You need to develop yourself. Become an independent woman.
I'm sorry, ladies, look. Independent woman. Look at her. I don't want a painful life. Musala Baba, Jesu. Dan chikumbirawo. Ndinochuka mweya wewe independent woman. In the name of Jesus. Itai mega.
Hello, Mary. Hello. You can't throw away your future because of some man. It's not worth it.
Ladies, akuna bero revarume vandakurora. The men are there. But those who want to marry,
Mary, this God friend is really not worth your while. Take my word for it.
Well, I didn't take a word for it. I didn't take the visa. I got a husband instead.
And that's how she got married to a Makorokoza.
Small-scale miner. From Chakad.
Where the hell is that?
Between Chabutu and Kadoma. Chakad.
She wasted my time, my money.
I didn't ask her to do any of those things. That's the Mahabros effect I told you about. Blaming me for things that I never asked for.
I tried to talk some sense into her. All I got was...
Godric. Not Ricky, not Godfrey. Godric.
And how do you get married because of a skirt?
Well, because it's got a gold zip at the back.
she could have done better.
Godric and I were well matched. Jeta for Jeta. And we were never masalads. We had a ghetto fabulous wedding. Tikatamba kanda bogo menfuts. Inde money, inde.
Sorry to say, but her wedding invites were tacky. Today I married my friend. Really?
But Godric was my friend.
She could have done better. Gone overseas.
I married for everyone, but Jackie married for herself. Listen, ladies, this is free advice. No man will ever choose you over his own mother. Never. Ian what right now, where is he? He is with his own mother. And the marriage, such old suku.
And what kind of name is Godric? Not Godfrey, not Ricky or Richard. Godric. Marriage chief.
I remember calling her. Have you spoken to Tete? She said, Mama said, your mother-in-law, Jago akajaitwa.
His mother said, what?
She said, you can't cook sada. And she said this in front of all her friends who go for.
What else did she say?
She said that she's more educated than you. But Ian's father would find sada cooked, really madeka green. Dekare sada, dekare ma veggie, ne dekare nyama. And Tete Grace said, Ian's mother is crazy. But Mama was very ashamed.
Dekare sada? It doesn't work like that in the UK.
She said you could have picked up after he was done eating. Bought his mother a dress for Christmas.
It doesn't work like that.
Chamo, Baba, Nemahuru. But Mama said, it doesn't work like what? England is not the head office of the world. England doesn't set the tone for an African marriage. Jacqueline's husband really loved that girl. But Jacqueline, that was the first time I ever heard Mama speak ill of Jackie. You come here. You want sada?
I'm not really that hungry.
14.
Why not?
How about bathing?
Please, Jackie, Marianne, try and understand. I was young. What is this about this house that you're talking about? I did want to buy a house. I did.
Is that an apology?
Not quite. Not quite at all. Do you remember when I went to the UK? You wanted that house. And I just couldn't. I wanted to buy that house for Mama. But I was young. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to go to school. Buy a car. Furnish my place. Like other people my age. But Beatrice, her mom, her dad, they would always find me And it was always
Nokumroka 10,
ka 20.
ka 50, ka snabasa.
And it was as if they just knew that I had been paid. And whenever I tried to spoil myself or buy myself a phone, Mama would call.
My Ronnie has finished the foundation of a third house. Or, I bumped into Baba Ronnie. He says their house is now on window level. Or, I am such a hard worker, Shem. If it was me in the UK, but none of my children take after me, Shem. It just feels like there's someone here whose foot is permanently stuck on reverse gear. But what can we do? At least I've got my pitchforks. What do you call them? Half sleepy.
And as for Marianne, you wouldn't believe what she did with my money.
Sunungura mwea wangu, uyauzo sunungura mwea wangu, uyauzo sunungura mwea wangu, uyauzo sunungura.
I have come with an anointing of breaking new ground.
Amen. Amen.
You will pass. Turn to your neighbor and say, I will pass.
I will pass. I will pass. I will pass.
Church. I will pass. I am looking in the distance and
Amen.
I see someone who is going to be wedded just like no one has ever been wedded before. For how long has your tete been asking you? The one who stays in the
Mount Pleasant.
That's right.
Amen. Amen, Papa.
I come against every force.
Amen.
Every demon from hell.
Amen.
Every anti-marriage spirit. Sister, I am looking in the spirit and I see a house. A house in the devil's armpit. Apana one room garamuno akatambanuka. Kana toilet one garika. Kane nyaya. Kane nyaya. You wasted my money on some fast-talking prophets.
But you promised me a wedding like no one else in the family. I was in primary school when you started talking about that house. I would look into magazines, look through magazines, dreaming about the type of house we would move into.
So you wanted to buy a house, a garden and home on a nurse's salary. Don't be naive.
Don't get me wrong. When you moved to the UK, I thought it was going to change your life, our lives. I did get Nzima Zoe in my juice bottle and polony in my bread. But that's hardly a double-story house in the suburbs.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Takatengesa shin when you left. Property. We sold the TV, then the fridge, then the deep freeze. When the deep freezer went, the chicken business went with it. We couldn't even eat meat while you were drinking coffee and croissants overseas. We were putting fridge-free margarine and putting stereo in our tea, waiting for that house. I was 14 years old when I realized that house wasn't coming. 2005, Operation Muramba China. If you've ever been a lodger, you will know of the indignity of being evicted. You can live in a place for so long that you start knowing every corner of it. Which drawers fall out if you push them too hard, and which windows to push if you want to get inside. You can know it so well that you start thinking Imbaya landlord is your own house. It can be such a shock on moving day to see your mother's petticoats being handled with strangers. For the whole neighborhood to see your parents' 18-year-old mattress tied to the back of a pickup truck. Mama's enamel pots and pans are in my cardboard boxes. And Papa's suits hung, who said we're back of a hired truck. Father never complained. And I said to Mama, don't worry, Jackie is going to send money and we'll finally buy that house. But deep down, I knew that house wasn't coming.
Who do you think paid for the truck, the moving guy, and the deposit for the new place? You try managing 2 loans and 1 credit card and overdraft.
It's not about the money.
What is it about then?
They are not easy to find. You don't just go to a real estate and choose a house. You get what you get. And what we got was small.
But how big do you think the houses in the UK are?
At least you have bathtubs and fitted cupboards. That house was the first of many small houses. Takaroja unozia. Takamboroja. Tafara, Mabvuku, Kampuzuma. There was this house, Yatakaenda, in Marimba.
Yeah, I remember. It had a bathtub and fitted cupboards.
Yes, it even had a ceiling. But that ceiling, yanga in a makonzo. You know those huge rests the size of cats? You put anyway, the visitors almost thought we had a community of chocoloshes in that house. That's when I wanted you to come through for us. But you didn't. You didn't come through.
My Jasen, just please try and understand.
Sister Jackie, like I said before, Mama finally has her own house. Even in Chikwanha, she finally has a house. And I personally tell her I need to go to my room.
Mary Ann, there's something that I need to tell you.
What?
Well, Mama and I have.
What?
I have decided, as the firstborn. Okay, you were right.
About what?
About everything. I could have done better. Maybe I could have tried harder to buy a house.
Maybe.
Okay, I could have done better.
Is that an apology?
Perhaps. Look, I know a lot has happened, and you've been through a lot. You know, even with with the loss of your husband, but I would like your blessing to take Mama to the UK with me.
No.
Why not?
All of Mama's life, she has been moving from house to house. And now that she finally has her own house, you want to move a country to another country? No. And I don't want her to leave me.
We're at a stalemate. Why don't we ask Mama what she wants to do?
She's probably sleeping.
No, we can ask her first thing in the morning.
No. It's almost like asking her to choose. I don't want her to choose.
But an hour ago you were looking for your phone. You wanted her to choose.
I wasn't going to call her. Do you ever wonder why we are always fighting? It's because Mama vakatora one of her daughters vakamisa apa, and it's not me.
What an awful thing to say. It's not true, Mary. Mama loves you, and so do I. Look, I was going to do this tomorrow. But I was going to do this tomorrow with Mama. But let me do it now. Surprise! Mama and I got you a car. It's a Honda Fit. It's relatively new. Relatively. We know you've been through a very tough time, and this is not going to make up for everything, but don't get all emotional. It came through Namibia. That's why I was in Big Falls. A friend will bring it in the morning. He's got spare keys. There's another surprise. Look, with Mama's, with Dad's passing, Mom has really struggled over the past 5 years. And with your own situation, you can't look after Mama. That's why I, as the firstborn, have made the decision to give Mom a visa. Before you shout at me, it's a visitor's visa. It's only for 6 months.
So, you were busy processing papers while I was grieving my dead husband. I said I didn't want Mama to choose. I didn't know she had chosen already.
No, look.
Have you booked a ticket yet? Have you booked?
Yes.
When is she leaving?
In 2 weeks.
So what's going to happen to Mama's property?
Well, she doesn't have that much stuff. So.
Oh. I'll just pack up my stuff, talk to my landlady, then move to Mama.
The thing is, that's not really an option. Because, Mama, Mama, I've sold the house.
Sorry, what did you say?
That house wasn't even finished. And, it needed a lot of money to fix everything.
You wouldn't do such a selfish thing, would you?
Maybe
would you?
We got $20,000. It's going to be enough for you to. You can buy the materials.
Say you're joking. Say this is some sort of a sick joke. Say it. Get out.
What?
Get out of my house.
Mary, you can't be serious.
Get out.
Mary, but
Get out!
Mary,
Get out!
I know you are.
Satan! Get out!
Mary,
Get out! Get out!
Mary, there's a frog outside. Hello? Hello? Ian? It didn't go well. Please come and pick me up. I know you won't understand. But when my father died, Ian phoned me. He caught me off guard listening to DJ Skywalker Sungura Wednesdays. Ian phoned me and I cried. I never cry. I didn't cry when my father got very ill and he got the diagnosis. When he was admitted into hospital, I didn't cry. And when the doctors called and they said the treatment wasn't working, I didn't cry. And when he passed, I never shed a tear. But when Ian phoned me that day, I cried. I hadn't seen him in a long time. But somehow he knew that I would be all alone, with no one to hold my hand, to say, Nematambudziko. When my father died, Ian went to my mother's house. He bought firewood for the women to cook. He drove the people to church for the service. And when he didn't see me there, he must have guessed that I hadn't been able to afford to bury the man who had sold his dreams to give mine a chance. And so he called me. But that's not what made me cry. I cried because Ian phoned me on Wednesday at 9 p.m. because he knew that whenever I missed my father, I would tune in to that ting-ting music that he loved so much. And so he called me. We listened together. The DJ played Simon Chopper Chimbetu. In the song, Chimbetu says, "Where do our loved ones go to when they die? To what place? Why can't they talk to us or send letters? Even if it's just to say, I arrived safely. I am happy in this new place." He says, "Asirokerangu remavara chengetai nokuti ndirimbishe kukumira kuvatongi vandibegwara nditsokere kwandakabva nokuti ndakasiya vana vangu vose ndasuwa vana vangu vose ndasuwa vana vangu vose." Mama says my father's petition to return will be denied. There is no return. That's why she made the decision to sell that house. She wants Mary Ann to build on her own stand, to live what she calls her little life. It's better that Mary Ann hates me for selling that house than my mother. Mama will stay with me. And Ian? Well, he has taken over his father's garages, and a long-distance marriage where we love each other over the phone doesn't seem like a bad idea.
My husband never bought me flowers. From the first day we met until the day he took his final breath. The day before he died, I went to see him at work. We quarreled. We have never quarreled before, but that day we did. Over something silly. I wanted continental pillows from South Africa. He said no, and I got angry. I didn't see him in the morning before he went to work over some stupid pillows. How was I supposed to know that the mine would collapse that day? No, my husband never bought me flowers. But when he saw the trouble of my parents, he said we should save up and buy my parents a stand. We hadn't even started building our own yet. But he put away money every month until we could afford to buy my parents a stand. Jackie paid for the asbestos roof, but the rest my husband built. It wasn't a big stand, but it had a well for water and cheap solar lights. That was the house in which my father died in. It was in that same house that he got his final send-off. The all-night vigil came. People sang all night. Jackie paid for the funeral policy and the bottles of water with father's face on it. But the family, the church, the neighbors, they all said how fortunate my father was to have a daughter who married a man like Godric. No, my husband never bought me flowers. But he gave my father dignity in a small 4-roomed house he could call his own. Jacqueline, when the 6 months visa expires, will you bring my mother home?
I'm sorry, Marianne.
That's the thing about family. They can hurt you, rip your heart out with their selfishness. Do I forgive her? She's my sister. Do I understand her? I understand why she did what she did.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them another hand. That was the return by Rudong Tangadura, who is right at the back there. Directed by Chelsea Mawumbe. Thank you all for coming to Africa Voices Now, a festival of new African plays. My name is Gideon Mphepho and I'm the programs director for our Masi Collaborative Arts. Please like us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, new ones keep coming up, so you kind of, struggle to keep up at times. So thank you all for coming through. We have 2 more plays that are still running. We have Can We Talk by Batsirai Chigama. We have These Humans Are Sick by Tatenda Mchkambizi. So please go on Mageti, buy tickets, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, so that people can come and enjoy this amazing theater. When you're done with your night, please, there are drinks in the bar. Our DJ is going to be playing well into the night. Well, not well into the night, but for the next half an hour to an hour. So please stick around and talk to each other, talk about the play. Thank you all for coming through and have a lovely evening. See you next time.